Day 6 homework problem solutions. So you're watching this video if you're needing help with any of the problems. Let's get right down to business here. So it looks like number 25, it says list the common multiples. So we need to find multiples of a number, and then we have to figure out which ones are common. We're going to be doing the multiples from that fall between 1 and 100. We have to set a limit because we can't go to infinity. So we're going to find the common multiples for each pair, and then we're going to circle the least common. We're going to circle the least common. That means the smallest multiple that's common to them both. Okay? So here we go. Let's do 8 and 12. Use black. So 8 and 12. So we're going to write all of the multiples. Really, it's skip counting by 8 and skip counting by 12, and we'll go out to 100. So 8 times 1 is 8, 16, 32. So we have 40, 48, 56. 8 times 8 is 64, 72, 80, 88, because that's times 11, and 12 is 96, and 13 looks like 104. All right, so those are all of the multiples out to 100. We want a little over 100. So now let's do the 12s. So we say 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, and 104. So all this is saying, just remembering it's 12 times 1, 12 times 2, 12 times 3, 12 times 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we got out to 104. So now let's find, we're looking for the common multiples, but we want the smallest multiple that's common to them both. So let's highlight the common multiples. So 8, 16, 30. Here's a common. 48's common. 36, 72, 84, 104 looks like it's common. 96 is common. And 72 is common, but we want the least common multiple, the one that's smallest, that's common to them both, and we can circle that. Let's circle that with red. So the least common multiple is 48. 48 is our least common multiple. All right, let's go to B. So B is asking for the numbers 3 and 15. 3 and 15. I'm going to move this up so I have some room. So 3 and 15, so same deal, different numbers. So we're doing B, we're going to do 3 and 15. So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 9. Now this one will take a while. Okay, so I listed all of the multiples, all the way out to 99. So how did I get all those? I just do my math facts. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, 5 times 3 is 15, 3 times 6 is 18, and so on. All the way out to 99, because that's what they wanted us to do, out to 100. And now we'll do 15s. So we'll do the multiples of 15. I'm going to move this down here. 15. So 15 will be a little easier. So 15 times 1 is 15. 2 is 30. 3 is 45, 4 is 60, 5 is 75, 6 is 90, 7 is 105. All right, so let's highlight. Let's do some highlighting in yellow of common multiples. Are there any common multiples? So I'm going to start here. Let's see, 15. Yep, I've got one. I'm going to highlight that one. So there's 15 is a match. 30 is a match. 45 is a match. 60 is a match. 75 is a match. 90 is a match. And that's where we'll stop. But the question wants us to come up with the least common multiple. The multiple, the least, the smallest multiple that's common to them both. And I'm going to circle that in red again. The least common multiple looks like 15. All right, number 26. What two numbers have 10 as their least common multiple? So this problem, you might want to attack it. Here's one way to attack it. So if you have the number 10, what are the factors of 10? 1, 2, 5, and 10. So let's find the multiples of these numbers that go out to 10. So let's do the multiples. So 1 times 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are the first 10 multiples of 10. And I'm stopping here at 10. Oops. I'm going to erase that. Make that look a little nicer. We're going to stop here at 10 because it's asking which two numbers have 10 as their least common multiple. All right, now let's do the multiples of 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. And then 2 times 5 is 10. We're going to stop there. Highlight 10. 5. Let's do 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. And 10 times 1. 10 times 1 is 10. So we're going to highlight that 10. So what two numbers have 10 as their least common multiple? Let's circle in red. Well, let's do the numbers 1 and 2. Do 1 and 2 have their least common multiple as 10? Well, let's look. 2 and 2. No, 2 would be the least common multiple, so those two wouldn't work. How about 2 and 5? Let's compare 2 and 5. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10. So 2 and 5 could certainly work. The least common multiple of these two, 2 and 5, the least common multiple of 2 and 5 would be 10. So 2 and 5 have the least common multiple of 10. Is that the only answer? Could there be another answer? Could we also say that 2 and 10 also have the least common multiple of 10? Let's look. If we said 2 has 10 as a common multiple and so does 10, yes, 2 and 10 would work. How about, so we've got 2, 5, 2, 10. How about 5 and 10? Could we say 5 and 10 have a least common multiple of 10? Well, here's 10. It's a multiple of 5, and here's 10. Yeah, we could say that works as well. So there's different answers you could have for that problem. Okay, moving along. The school cafeteria serves pizza every 6th day and applesauce every 8th day. So 6, let's draw a piece of pizza. 6 for pizza, and every 8th day, let's just say applesauce. In how many days will they be on the menu together? So you need to be thinking, is this common multiple, common factors? When will they meet again? So you remember the other day when we did the Ferris wheel, we had a big one and a small one, and we had to say, when would the two people meet if this one went a certain number of seconds and this one went a certain number of seconds? So we did multiples. So let's do the multiples of 6. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. Let's just stop there. So 6 days, 12, 18, 24. So 6 days go by and you got pizza. Another 6 days, on the 12th day you've got pizza. Another 6 days, on the 18th day you got pizza. Another 6 days you got pizza on 24. Okay, how about 8? So let's do multiples of 8. So 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 4 is 32. We can stop because I see something that's happening. We have a match. We have a match, and the match happens to be 24. So that means after 24 days, because the question's asking, in how many days will pizza and applesauce be on the same menu? Well, we can see it. After 24 days, there'll be pizza and applesauce on the same day. So the answer is 24, right? The answer is 24. 28. Question 28. What is the least common multiple for each pair of numbers? Least common multiple. So we do this just as we did the other problems. Let's do A here. 6 and 5. List out the multiples. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30. So we'd say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We've got a match. And whenever you have a match, I like to highlight it. Whenever we have a match, that is going to be the least common multiple. So we can write that down. Now, if you're really good with your math facts, obviously you don't need to list all these. You can do it right in your head. But if you don't have your math facts down, it helps to write them out. So let's do 4 and 9. 4 and 9. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. I'm going to go all the way out, to 36. Why? Because I know that 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. So 36, we've got a match. Let's highlight that match. 36 and 36. So we know our answer, our least common multiple. Speak, Mr. Kruger, speak. Our least common multiple is 36. And then that brings us to our last one. I can move this up a bit. We've got 30 and 12. So C is 30 and 12. So 30, 60, I'm going to stop there because I know 60 is also a multiple of 12. And I don't need to do them all, but I'm going to 12, 24, 36, 48, and then 60. We've got a match, and when we have a match, we know when the multiples match, that's the least common multiple, the first one that matches, so it's 60. I like the black. Let's erase that. 60. Okay, those are the solutions for day 6.